So, today we're diving into something pretty wild. It's a growing industry where you don't just find friends, you actually hire them. Yep, it's called the friendship economy. And believe me, it's changing how we think about connection itself.
Okay, just imagine this for a second. You've just moved to a brand new city, and you really want to check out that cool new restaurant everyone's talking about, but you don't want to go alone. Or, hey, maybe you've got an extra ticket to a concert and nobody can go with you. What if you could just rent a friend for the evening? I know it sounds a little strange, but it's becoming a very real option for thousands of people.
So how on earth did we get here, to a point where friendship is something you can book online? And let me tell you, this isn't just some gimmick. It's a direct response to some really big changes in how we all live and connect with each other. Let's dig into the rise of paid companionship.
All right, let's get super clear on what we're talking about here. This is not therapy, and it is definitely not a dating app. A companionship service is basically a straightforward marketplace. You've got people offering up their time and their social skills for a fee, and then you've got clients who book them for specific activities, all through one platform. Honestly, think of it like Airbnb, but instead of an apartment, you're booking a platonic social experience. So, who's the typical customer? Well, it's a way more diverse group than you might think. You've got your busy professionals, right? The people who can schedule a business meeting no problem, but finding an hour to hang out with friends feels impossible. Then there are the people who've just moved to a new city. You're surrounded by millions of people, but you feel totally alone. It's also for anyone who just wants to share an experience, a concert, a trip to the museum, without all the pressure and long-term commitment of building a new friendship from scratch.
Okay, so we get the why. The social need is definitely there. But how do you actually turn companionship into a business? Let's take a look at the simple but really effective model that makes this whole economy tick.
The business model itself is incredibly simple, and it borrows from the gig economy we're all so used to now. So first up, providers create a profile. They list their interests, their availability, and they set their own hourly rate. Then, step two, clients browse through all these profiles to find someone who kind of fits the vibe they're looking for. And finally, they just book and pay for a specific block of time. That's it. It's a really clear, transactional process for what's normally a very non-transactional relationship. But, as soon as you put a price tag on something like friendship, things are bound to get a little complicated, right? This kind of setup has some really clear benefits for both sides, for sure. But it also relies on some very, very important boundaries to work. So let's weigh the good and the complicated. And you can totally see the appeal for everyone involved here. For the providers, it's a super flexible way to make money. They get to monetize their free time and their social skills. For the clients, it's all about getting personalized companionship on demand without any of the usual pressures of dating or the kind of slow, awkward process of making a new friend. It's a clean, low-stakes social interaction that fills an immediate need. But, and this is a huge but, for this entire model to actually function, one thing has to be absolutely 100% crystal clear: the boundaries. This is a professional arrangement. It is about companionship and nothing more. Both the provider and the client have to understand and respect that line. It's the only thing that keeps the experience safe, positive, and completely separate from any other type of service. When you take a step back and really look at this, you realize it's so much more than just a quirky business idea. The very fact that a market for friendship even exists tells us something really profound about our modern lives and how our connections are evolving. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. More than just a quirky side hustle, it's a reflection of evolving social dynamics. See? This isn't just about finding a plus one for a wedding. It signals a massive shift in how we value and seek out connection in this super fast-paced, digital world we're all living in.
So what does it all boil down to? Well, in an age where we're supposed to be more connected than ever before, real, genuine, face-to-face connection has become a premium commodity. And these services, however unconventional they seem, are a direct market response to that scarcity. They prove that we're willing to get creative, to innovate, just to find connection, even if it means we have to pay for it.
And that leaves us with a pretty big question for the future, doesn't it? As technology keeps reshaping our lives, services like these might just be the tip of the iceberg. It really forces us to ask ourselves, in an increasingly digital world, what is the future of human connection? And what are we willing to do to find it?